Hey, what's up guys? Brandon here for RC Nightmare. Today we're taking a look at the Bandit from Traxxas. This is the XL5, the brushed edition. Just one more vehicle in Traxxas arsenal. It's been around for a while. It's been upgraded as the years go by, but still an oldie that you don't really see a whole lot. So we thought it'd be a good idea to pick one up and show you guys what they're all about. The Bandit is a two-wheel drive buggy 10th scale. And so because of that, it's kind of in a unique class. There aren't a whole lot of these out there. In terms of bashers, you have Associated's RC10B, the buggy, and you have the XXX from Losi, but those are really geared to racers only. You don't see people bashing those a whole lot. This one's right in the middle, so it's a basher because it's the good old Traxxas bashing ability built into it. But at the same time, you know, you can put it on a track and just take a few more upgrades, I think, to make it a purebred track car. As always, you get good old Traxxas pack. We got a charger in here, extra gears, shock parts, all your manuals and everything you need there. Body for it, small little buggy body. There you go. Pre-screened, of course. Everything else is taped in. Let's see if I can't yank this out of here. This does come with a radio and battery. Here's the radio. This is your standard 27 megahertz radio. We'll be replacing this, of course, with a 2.4. I'm looking for my razor to show you guys what I'm talking about. But here we go. So 27 megahertz. Why go this way? Well, it saves on cost. You're buying an RC car for 180 bucks, completely ready to run, battery charger, everything. They got to cut corners somewhere, so they give you 27 megahertz. Not necessarily a terrible thing. I mean, 2.4 is the standard, but if you're just using this thing to bash around, you're not taking it to the track, you're not running it near, you know, other people running RCs a whole lot. 27 is just fine. There's 6 channels available on it. I want to get this guy out of its little prison here. I can show you what the buggy's all about. Traxxas has a whole bunch of safety tags kind of hiding the chassis, so let me get these out of the way. This guy's talking about the high current connectors they're running now, yada yada yada. It's good stuff. You can take time to read that when you buy the RC car. One more on the motor here about breaking it in. But looking at the chassis, here's what you get for a battery. That's a 7-cell 3000 milliamp pack, so a nice little nickel hydrate. It'll get the thing up to 30 miles an hour plus. If you're someone just starting out, that's fast. I mean, that's quick for an RC car, no matter what you're looking at. They got the small buggy tires on here. I'll give you the profile look at this. The rear tires, much smaller than your standard RCs. These are, I think it's still a 2.2 inch rim, but the tire size itself, the wall is much smaller. So you have a much smaller tire. In the front, you got your narrow buggy tires. This kind of has the old nostalgic look of cars in years past, the old Tamiya buggies and whatnot that some of us older folks might have played with when we were younger. That's kind of what they're going for here, that old look. I think this shares a lot of parts with the Rustler and the two-wheel drive Stampede. I can see this is a Rustler chassis, probably a whole front end off a Rustler, minus some steering and caster blocks. Waterproof steering servo, waterproof receiver box, waterproof speed controller. The whole buggy's waterproof, so you can take this in the water if you'd like. What I do like about the buggy is they didn't skimp on the transmission. So if you want to go with a bigger motor, more power later on, the tranny's ready for it. All metal gear transmission, full ball bearings up throughout the transmission, so you could slap a brushless motor on there right away with no issues. And Traxxas, of course, has the trade-up program, so you could trade in this speed controller and this motor and get a discount off their upgraded waterproof system, which is a nice feature. What else to speak about it? Well, it's got the new gray plastics. You can see some of the plastic on here is black, like the A-arms, and some is gray. The gray is supposed to be a new, stiffer, higher strength composite they're working with. Why not the A-arms? I couldn't even tell you. A little more flexible maybe, gives you a little more, again, a little more give in once you hit something. RPM makes a lot of upgrades for this, so if you're looking for some nice plastic upgrades, that's the way to go. You got your wing pre-installed. Not much to say about this guy. Buggies are pretty simple. That's kind of the joy about them. You buy one of these, there's not much going on. They're simple to maintain, easy to take care of, and a lot of fun. What would you drive this thing on? Well, I'd say grass might be out of the picture unless you got some really well trimmed grass. This thing sits really low to the ground. It's got some small tires, so not really made for grass running, but you could if you wanted to. This is more going to be like a loose dirt, packed dirt track area. Think like a baseball diamond, or if you got a BMX or motocross track around by you, that would be ideal for something like this. That's really where it shines what it's made for. I've driven these around a few times. They're a lot of fun. Little buggies. They're very nimble, very quick to react, but what they lack in off-road capability, they gain in handling. So again, you're not taking this thing through a lot of off-road trails or whatnot, but that's not what it's made for. It's more of a track-oriented vehicle. This one being a basher at that. So that's Traxxas for you. You know, they're always thinking about the basher first. So that's it. The Bandit XL5. They do sell this in brushless out of the box. That's the VXL version. It's going to be another 130, 140 bucks right there. So keep that in mind when you're buying it. If you have any questions about this guy, just comment down below, or you can post up at rcnightmare.com/forum. Got a lot of nice people there. We can get your questions answered. Well, thanks for watching this video, guys. Again, we'll talk to you real soon. Thanks.